It is easy to assume you are just scrolling, passing time, or staying connected. But every time you mindlessly reach for a screen, you are participating in a voluntary digital lobotomy. We like to tell ourselves we are simply multitasking. However, the human brain cannot process multiple high-level thoughts at the exact same time. What you are actually doing is a biological process called task shifting. This diagram shows how task shifting actually works. You possess a strictly finite capacity for attention. Every time your senses take in new stimuli, a text message, a notification, a background video, it drains that same finite pool. Rapidly switching between streams does not increase efficiency. It degrades your total processing power. By indulging in this illusion of productivity, the average person is willingly surrendering their core cognitive abilities to their devices. While most people wander through the day in a fragmented, overwhelmed haze, a quiet minority is thriving in the information age. This group does not view focus as a casual wellness hack. They treat time and attention management as the absolute determinants of their life trajectory and wealth. When asked about his success, Warren Buffett stated, "I just say no to everything that is not absolutely vital to me at the moment." Highly successful individuals are not necessarily born with superior intellects. They simply refuse to trade the uncomfortable friction of complex thought for the effortless pleasure of digital distraction. In a world addicted to cheap dopamine, the ability to sustain deep, unpleasurable focus has become an invisible, overwhelming competitive advantage. To understand why it's so hard to look away, we must examine the pleasure unconscious. This is our deep-seated biological compulsion to increase pleasure and instantly escape the pain, or the mental itch, of difficult, demanding tasks. Modern technology is not accidentally distracting. It is deliberately engineered to weaponize this biological conditioning, built directly on the operant conditioning theories of psychologists like B.F. Skinner. This circular diagram outlines the hook model. It starts when an internal trigger, like a brief flash of boredom, stress, or frustration, prompts you to take a mindless mechanical action, like opening an app. That action then delivers a variable, unpredictable reward. Maybe it is social validation, or maybe it is a shocking news headline. This variability spikes your dopamine levels and actively suppresses the areas of your brain associated with rational judgment. This engineered loop completely bypasses your conscious willpower. It turns independent thinkers into predictable addicts, perpetually chasing the next hit of validation. Submitting to that hook and checking a notification incurs a massive cognitive cost. This wine graph illustrates the concept of focus depth. When a single interruption hits, your focus plummets to zero. Research shows it takes an average of 17 excruciating minutes of sustained effort to climb back to your previous level of concentration. Now, consider that studies show the average person checks their smartphone about 85 times a day. You are trapped in a perpetual reset loop, never reaching the highly productive state of deep work known as flow. This cycle of interruptions starves your neural pathways of the prolonged engagement required for deep thought. By refusing to reach the state of flow, you effectively cap your own cognitive and economic output. The average person operates as an enslaved user, helplessly reaching for a screen dozens of times a day. The elite, however, treat technology strictly as a subservient tool. High performers do not rely on willpower to resist temptation. They understand that a finite reserve of self-control is no match for the relentless strivings of the pleasure unconscious. Instead, they rely on prophylactic changes, physically altering their environment to make distraction impossible before the temptation even arises. They work in libraries, leave their phones in another room, or literally unplug their internet routers. They also structure their mornings strategically, beginning the day with demanding, low dopamine tasks. By avoiding highly stimulating screens right after waking up, they prevent the brain from setting a precedent of cheap pleasure. Achieving your goals isn't about fighting distractions in the heat of the moment. It is about ruthlessly engineering a physical environment where those distractions cannot reach you. This leaves you with an unavoidable choice. You can endure the temporary, intense discomfort of self-discipline, or you can suffer the long-term pain of a shallow life. The next time you sit down to work, Challenge yourself to sit with the itch of difficult, unpleasurable thought. Feel the biological urge to escape and consciously refuse to reach for that safety net of a dopamine loop. If you want to regain your independence in an age designed to keep you distracted, the path is clear. Cut the dopamine loops, embrace the discomfort of difficult work, and reclaim your mind.